our guest for this episode is a gentleman that I have casually stalked on Instagram for the last few months.
That's nice to know.
Well, every time I jump on Instagram or look through a book and I see a photo of the light horse or something from down this way, I'm like, that's a great photo. It's always got your name at the bottom of it.
That's very generous of you, thank you.
You're most welcome.
I do try to follow the 10th light horse. Maxine, the state Albany president, I'm her whipping boy. I just follow her around and take photos and the light horse wherever they happen to be.
You just get dragged around, popped in the back with the horses?
No, I use my own car. Yeah.
So how did you get involved with the light horse?
Military history. You know, Dad was in the military. My son's captain in the army currently, and so I'll just I'm the one who missed out. You know, I got a real job with the health department.
Oh, well, that was
exciting.
your first mistake. But you picked up photography.
Yes, I've always been a photographer and do weddings, and that's a nice little side earner. But no, I'm just more interested in the military side and our history.
What's easier to work with, brides or the horses?
Brides.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah, no. The younger the brides, the more they want to act and perform for the camera.
Oh, fair enough.
But the second time around, weddings, they're great because 40-year-olds just dispense with all the rubbish and nonsense.
And the horses are just divas.
And horses, they don't do as they're told. No.
So, is there anything in particular about military that you like to photograph?
Anything, everything. I go to the air shows, I travel interstate, and I try and support my son when he was at Duntroon. I'd be over there every couple of months, seeing how they're going over there. It's just a fantastic tradition. Australia's got a lot to be proud of.
Oh, that's for sure, yeah. So do you want to share a little bit about your family history in the military then?
My family history? Well, Dad was in the Armii Krajowa, the Polish Free Army during the war. He was a teenager in Warsaw. I think the Germans shot him in the head.
Ouch.
So luckily for me, he survived. And my uncle was a Halifax bomber navigator. He got shot down and killed over Hungary in 1942. And I think my uncle was also in the Polish underground. And then it skipped my generation, and then my son joined Duntroon in 2010. So he spent last year in Iraq and Afghanistan, and sent me a few artefacts and trinkets back, which was nice.
Oh yeah, anything really exciting?
I got a few kilograms of Saddam Hussein's chandelier from one of his castles.
Now that's kind of cool.
Yeah, well,
hang that on the wall, people walk in, you're like, yes.
It used to be like 6 meters wide and a few meters tall, and now it's just dumped on the ground.
That's not a souvenir a lot of people have.
I don't know. I've given some to my mum and my family.
The stuff you come across in the military.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's not illegal to send back chunks of glass that used to be a massive Saddam Hussein chandelier.
Yeah, I grew up in the Navy, and I can tell you there's a lot that they brought in on their ships and the boats that they probably shouldn't have. So I just follow all the whatever's going on, like that Beersheba anniversary in Perth, the 99th one. There was a big 10th Light Horse gathering at Claremont Oval. Did the photos for that, and now I just follow Maxine and go where I need to be. Yeah, fair enough. And you keep posting on Instagram, and photos come through to me somehow or another from sub-branches or...
That's all right. I like making the cover of the RSL.
Yeah, that's right. I think I messaged you at some point on Instagram and mentioned that I really love this photo, I'd love to use it, and you were like, actually, it was one of the last listing post covers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, everyone's used that one. That's the one of the Esperance troop here.
It's a very iconic looking photo.
I know. I set that one up. It was beautiful.
And the horses did what they were told.
Yeah, they did, but the light was right, the flags were flapping the right way, the guys looked right, so it turned out well.
It's a fantastic photo. What's the biggest challenge about photographing the light horse?
Trying to keep up with them. They're fast moving, and there's a lot to see, a lot to follow. So, as long as I keep them happy with their photos, I'm doing a good job.
Oh, well.
And promoting history.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think they'd probably be very happy with a lot of the photos that you take.
Well, they're not paying me, so...
Oh, geez, okay, well, at least buy you a beer or something, right?
Yeah, well, that hasn't happened yet either.
Okay, I'm going to talk to them. We're going to fix this. Get a free sandwich.
Oh, okay. That's something, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, we'll have a chat and we'll get a beer happening for you. Great. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
No, I think you're doing a wonderful job. It's important to keep this in the public's eye and remember what we've done in the past. So, doing a fine job here in Esperance. I'm really impressed with the Esperance, the community spirit here. Unlike my hometown of Albany, you wouldn't get the same involvement from so many people.
Really?
So it's really nice. I love coming out to Esperance just because it's like a family away from family.
It is a beautiful little town.
Yeah. Cool.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having a quick chat with me.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Where can people look you up to see your photos?
Oh, look up Gasgaslex Images. I'm on Instagram and around the internet here, there, and everywhere.
And probably you can find some photos on our Instagram and our Facebook and all that as well, because I do keep sharing them.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
Cheers.
you.
This podcast was edited, published and produced by the RSLWA. Head to www.rslwa.org.au for other content. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast and follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook.